Hey, welcome back to my interesting life. Um, I'm home right now, and I hope y'all just don't mind videos where I'm just on here talking. But right now, I need to post a live video because I had just watched a video posted on Facebook of animals being slaughtered for meat. I normally don't like to watch this stuff. It's cruel and it's sad to watch. I don't like watching things being killed. Hey, Darrell, what's up? Let me tell you what I had just watched. And after watching it, it makes me want to be a vegetarian. Because of what these poor livestock animals are going through to be processed to become meat. Um, I just what I just watched on there. It's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch, but it makes me sad and angry to see what these meat companies are doing to God's precious creatures, so we can basically to become our meals, to become food, and it's they're being cruel to these animals. They're being cruel. Putting these animals through a machine and draining the blood out and doing who knows what. I'm really I tried to get a job one time at Swift Company. It's a packaging company for pork, and they didn't hire me because I guess you have to be tall to work there. But at the same time, I'm glad I did not get to work there because the stuff I would have to see would have really had me feeling horrible. It made me feel horrible just to see those precious pigs and cows and chickens, how they basically, I can't describe it. It's hard to describe. You would have to watch the videos to see what they're doing in the meat packaging companies. Look where meat's coming from. Meat coming from places like that. I swear, I I don't want to see an animal go through that cruelty just to become our meat. I tell you what, it makes me want to be a vegetarian. I want to be vegetarian, or just go or basically adhere to a diet that consists of seafood, eggs, cheese. You know, I mean seafood. It's like you don't want to kill an animal, but they don't go through the stuff that the rest of the livestock have to go through to become food for us. And I have felt that way. I don't like killing things. I don't like to kill sheep. I mean, I don't like to kill God's creatures, to eat. But it's kind of hard to do without steaks and burgers and chicken and ribs and pork chop, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that we enjoy eating. Plus, my body does not function well. And, my body only functions well if I have a lot of protein and, especially the animal protein, which helps your brain function. And it's like vegetarian diets, I know, consist of beans and stuff like that, but or the seafood diet, where I was telling seafood, whatever, seafood has plenty of protein, you know, but I'm just saying, I'm really I don't know how to explain it. I'm really upset about the way they're doing these animals in the factories. It makes me want to be, like I said, it makes watch it. Anybody else that watches the videos are probably going to want to be the same way. Why isn't there any way? It's sad that animals have to die just to so we can eat. I'm trying to think. What was I going to say? I hate that these animals have to go through this, you know. But, one thing I've had to convince myself, because I know I need to eat, we got to have the meat part of our diet, I have to sit here and tell myself, well, you know what? Even though we eat this stuff, there are things out there that can eat us. We got big pythons. What do we got here in the United States that can eat us? The animals we see at the zoo, tigers and bears can eat us. Actually, a wild boar can eat us. Alligators can eat us. Crocodiles. All the creatures of the world. There's sharks out there. I think there's sharks out in the ocean that can eat us. There's things that can eat us. But when they kill us to eat us, I mean, look, what do we go through when they're eating us? Versus what these poor livestock are going through, so we can eat them. There's got to be another way. There's got to be another way, It's got to be, it's like, this makes me want to be vegetarian, just because the way they're slaughtering the animals in the meat packaging companies. And, if my meat is coming from that kind of place, why should I eat it? I don't want to eat it. I'm not wanting to promote that kind of cruelty. It's like I've seen chickens going through some kind of machine, and the machine was going through and just cutting the chickens' heads off. Chip, and then they had a cow going through that machine, and it looked like, I don't know what they was going to do to it. I think it was supposed to cut its head off or something, and I noticed where one of the people working there took the cow's head and put it in something. And started, I don't know, and then what really got me is seeing the pigs just laying there with their nerves moving and stuff, and putting them through that thing to get the blood out. That's just cruel. And that pig and the animals are still alive. They didn't want to die. It's like, okay, why should these people die? Why should a pig and all this die? It's like, how would we like it if we was done that way? Imagine if tigers and bears and these other animals out there had the intelligence to do what we do. I mean, they had so many ways that they basically, by the time tigers and bears would be done with us, there would be hardly any of the human population would probably be left. So it's just sitting there. That's just the way I feel about it. But anyway, that is my commentary on that subject. I apologize that I had to post such a gory video. And I know people probably don't want to see that, but at the same time, I want these places to be exposed. I want people to see what's going on, where our meat's coming from, what people are doing to the meat that are working there, what the animals are going through. I want people to see this. And, I'd say by the time people watch it, if people have any heart, they'll want to be vegetarian themselves, or go to like where they don't have to eat pork, chicken, and you got people maybe that'll eat seafood and certain things, but they won't eat any other kind of meat. But basically adhering to a lynch diet. So it made me angry just to watch that. So, but I just want to warn you, there is some goriness in there. But I do want people who are able to watch this and interested, want to see where the meat's coming from. It is on my previous post. I have a previous post that I posted, and it shows 3 videos. One with pigs being slaughtered, one with the cows, and one with chickens. Please, if you can, watch. And feel free to comment your opinion. You got opinion, please comment, because I think there needs to get a petition. There needs to be a petition on this, and, this should not really be allowed. So, if they got to put an animal through a machine like that, the animal should be fully dead, I know it's easy since they got to extract the meat out of there. It's just cruel, though, because the animals were alive when he put them in there. That's the worst thing for an animal to go through. But please, if you feel the same way I do, please put this down, because I think it's time to do a petition. And I'll be back after this message.